Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be telling you the story of how my family and I, well, not just my family and I alone, but then my whole community almost became homeless, or some of us are now are homeless because of some people in high places and people with power. Okay, so yeah, let's roll the clip. I can't really remember a lot of stuff that happened because it's still fresh, but it's still like 3 weeks ago. So like we've moved and we've done a lot of stuff. So I can't remember the details of everything, but I will tell you guys everything that I can remember. Don't, look at the stuff in the background. Just close inside the bag. Just don't look at it. Focus on me, okay? And the story I'm telling you guys. So basically, we've been fighting this whole demolition issue for like, my community has been fighting this whole demolition issue for I think about a year or two. I can't remember how long. But the thing is, they were not supposed to come to demolish because the community is owned by a couple of people. This is Abuja, yeah? In Abuja, there are people that owns Abuja, like they were born and birthed in Abuja, okay? And there is us that were not born in Abuja. We just migrated to Abuja and we bought lands, and now we have homes in Abuja. We had homes in Abuja. And so yeah, so we bought the lands from the indigents, okay? Now the indigents are the ones selling the land. What we didn't know is that the indigents had collected money from some people in power and had sold, well, I don't know if they knew that they were selling the land off to those people. I don't know, but they had sold the land off to those people and they did not know, or they knew. I don't know if they did or they did not. So the land off to those people in power, and the people in power were like, hi, we're coming over to take the land that we have been sold and we are coming to demolish it so we can develop it. Do you get? I don't know if you guys get the story. So basically that's what happened. The people that were in power were like, this is our land, we're going to demolish it. And the people that bought lands in the place, that's the community, we're like, no, we bought our houses, we bought lands, and we built on this place. So like, who are you to tell us that this is your land? Do you understand? So we, the community, took the whole issue to the court. The issue is still in court, or was still in court. Then all of a sudden we heard, but actually we did not actually hear when they were coming to demolish or not. We just knew the issue had been in court for over a year, and we were winning the case because obviously you cannot just give people money, some people money, and not give the rest of the people in the community money. And funny thing is, the people that were not even paid money are more than the indigents that live in the community, and the indigents were the ones that were paid. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to say. So the indigents were paid money. I don't want to use the word bribe because I don't really know what exactly happened. I wasn't there in person. This is the story that I heard from other people in the community that went for the meetings. Okay, so those people paid the indigents in the community. We, who had like more populated, the more numbered people, were not paid. Okay, we were not paid any form of compensation, but we just heard they were going to come for demolition, blah, 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 blah. People were like, that's not possible, because if you're coming for demolition, you have to compensate people because you're taking their houses, literally. Where do you want them to go? But then, so yeah, we were like, chill, but not so chill. But because they've been talking about the old demolition for like about a year, it has not been certain. Nobody actually said, oh, we're finally coming today. So people are like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because you didn't actually give people a year or a day to move out. You didn't compensate them. Where did you want them to go? Do you get me? So basically, one day we saw a tractor, a caterpillar. I don't know what they call it, but one of these things. Yeah, we saw it in our community, and they were like, yo, there's a tractor, blah, blah, blah. People called me and they were like, they said they're going to come and demolish today. And I was like, I was actually at work. I was coming back home from work, and someone told me they saw that, there was a tractor, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah, I don't know if that's true. On my way coming back from work, I saw the cafeteria, anyways, I saw the bulldozer, and I told my mom, I was like, I actually saw the bulldozer, and I think they are serious about this demolition stuff. And she was like, yeah, she thinks so too, but like, we don't know what they are doing yet. so we can't just offer and pack. There's no compensation yet. You get. So apart from the whole compensation, there wasn't like an actual date. They didn't even tell people, oh, what we're actually like serious or anything like that. They just came with caterpillar, and it's not the first time they are doing something like that. So people just assume that they just came to scare people and be like, yo, pack your stuff. Like, just came to scare people so people can pack their stuff and leave. So we were waiting. The night before, the day they actually came to demolish, we got a message that the community has been given 3 years to pack their stuff and leave, because there has been money. Some people have been paid. So now we're giving you guys 3 years to move out of the community, so you guys, at least you guys can find somewhere to stay. Some people can start afresh. Within that 3 years you can get your own apartment whatsoever. And everybody was excited. They were like, yeah, 3 years over. I don't know, I just had this conviction in me that was not true. I don't know, something in me started washing all my dirty laundry and making sure everything's right, because I did not want to pack dirty clothes with my clean clothes. That's just, I don't know, I just did not believe that cock and bull story. Anyways, the next day I went to work and I got a call from my sister, and she was like, yo, come home, like they are demolition. And I was like, what? I thought they said 3 years. So I started running. I was running like a crazy person. When I say I was running home. I was very ill. They didn't even let my outfit that I wore to work to marinate, because like I couldn't wear it back. But then I already wore it. I don't know if you guys get the point. So anyways, I was running in my heels back to my house because I had to go pack my stuff. You get. But fortunately for my family, they did not get to our area like that particular day they came to demolish. But they came and they demolished a lot of people's houses, and a lot of people were left homeless. My family and I were just lucky that, honestly, I don't even know what that means. I'm just gonna say we had God. We still have God, and it was just God that did his whole thing, because it could have been worse than it was, but God is almighty every time. When I tell you guys that day seemed like a typical normal day where you just get up. I got up as usual. I got ready for work. I put on a nice outfit. I was even vlogging a YouTube video that I was going to post, like first day in my life actually officially doing my teaching practice at the student in Abuja. That was like what I was going to say. I still vlogged, but like that video will be up later. So I was going to like vlog and everything when this whole mess happened, and I went to work as usual. I sat down. Then after I sat down, I saw my friend at work. Then I sat down like nothing was happening. Actually, I sat down. I was writing some movies off my phone because I had movies on my phone that I wanted to download. I was writing them down. When I was done with that, I got into some filing work. I started filing. I did not know I was not going to be at work for too long. Little did I know, before my sister called me and she was like, they're demolition. Come and pack your stuff. She called me like twice. At first she was like, they're demolishing. Oh, I don't know if they'll reach outside, but they're demolishing. Oh. And I was like, oh God, oh my God. Then I stood up and I started running. Then while I was running, she called me again. She was like, guy, they are demolishing. Come home and pack your stuff. And then I wasn't the only one in the school where I currently work that lived in the place, that community where I stay. So I just saw people. It was like, I don't want to say it was like an apocalypse or the end of the world, but for us it seemed like it was the end of the world. Well, not seemed like it was the end of the world, but like you guys get the point. A lot of people were just like coming out of work, taking excuses. They're going home, their houses are getting demolished, and we were running. In fact, it got to a point when we got to our junction. We're supposed to take a bike from my junction to our houses. But when we got there, all the bikes that we saw were like coming out, and they were like, I won't go look for a house, I'm going to look for an house. Even the bikemen were going out of the community to go and look for an apartment because their houses were also getting demolished. So we couldn't get a bike. We almost had to trek inside. We started trekking, then we saw like a pickup, and so we had to enter. We had to enter a pickup to get to our house. Then when we got to the junction, there's like 2 junctions in my community. There's the main junction, and there's like a particular space where it's like the community gathering, like the village square. You get. So now we got to the village square, and I had to come down because my house was still like further away. So I started running from the village square to my house in heels. My legs were cramping, and when I got home, I finally started packing my stuff. Although they did not get to my house the first day and the second day, not even the third day of the demolition. After they demolished like a couple of houses in front, and people saw that they were serious and they were actually going to like demolish the houses. I feel like the reason why they came and demolished was because, you know, people were like, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. So people were still staying. Nobody decided they were going to move or anything like that. So when people saw that they had demolished like a couple of houses in front, people actually started packing their stuff and were ready to leave. My family and I packed our stuff. We packed our bags. My neighbors too also started packing their bags, but some people did not want to go because obviously they don't have anywhere to stay, so they just wanted to stay. But at that point, there was no going back because people around started removing their roofs. That's the ceiling of the houses, and they were selling it. And because they were selling it and people were making money, they were selling it to these people that buy iron and stuff. I don't know, if you're not a Nigerian or so, you might not really understand. There are people that move from houses to houses to buy irons, metals, and stuff like that. So they were selling their roofs and their ceilings and their roofing to those people. And those people, it was becoming very unsafe because those people were becoming way too much in the community. It was just getting unsafe because it was starting to get to a point of robbery. It was no longer like just people selling off their roofing. It was getting to a point that if you did not sell your roofing, they will remove your roofing and take it with them. And if you fought with them for your roofing, they could stab you. It was getting to that point. So a lot of people just had to like remove their roofing, sell it when they could sell it, at least make something off of it. Then move out of the area first of all before you even decide where you wanted to be or not. Our transformers, bro, we had like 4 transformers, actually 3 transformers. 3 of our transformers, our 3 transformers were carried away. I don't know who, I was going to say who carried it away, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure they were the one that carried it away. But they came and carried our transformers. And we just had to, there was no longer light. We were not sure we were going to have light for the next how many years, so we just had to move. So literally there was no reason to stay because like they had already like, even though they hadn't gotten to my house, they had demolished everything, they had taken our transformers. We just couldn't stay. It was becoming so unsafe. It was getting to a point that if you did not take off your things, like you did not take off your roof or so, they were going to actually come and rob you of your roof and your ceiling. So basically you had no reason to stay at that point. You just had to leave. But anyways, my family and I packed our stuff and we took it over to my sister's place before we finally got an apartment. We've gotten an apartment now, but like my family and I don't think we've ever rented an apartment before in our life. Maybe we have once, I don't know. But we've always stayed in self-owned apartments. So now staying in somebody else's house as a rent, under a rent, feels very foreign and feels very new. So I'm still getting used to it. But the house we've stayed in for over 15 years, it was our house. And it was just taken like that from us, and not just our house, other people's houses. And there were so many old couples there that just finished building their houses. Like when I tell you finished building their houses, I mean standard houses. And yeah, the houses are just gone like that. And I just feel very sad for them. My family and I were really lucky that God came through, and God came through good. Even though yes, we still lost our house, but like honestly, we have something to look forward to back at home. I don't really know about some other people, and that's very painful. It's so crazy that the place that I've called my home, like the community I've called my home, the faces, the church I used to go, the familiar spaces and everything no longer is there, and everything is now different. Everything has been measured to the ground. Everything looks like literally a ground. Like there's no house there anymore. And every time I go out and I take a bike and I'm going back to my house, I no longer go back to that community as my house, and I've stayed there for over 15 years. And yeah, everything feels foreign to me. It's actually very sad, and it's actually very crazy that I do not live there anymore. I feel very sad. At the same time, I know that it was just time for change. God literally was pushing us forward like Joseph, and we were not taking the step. So yeah, we finally moved, even though we didn't want to move. I've come to the end of this video. If you guys liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I hope I was able to explain properly what exactly happened. I'm not sure I explained the details, but that was exactly what happened. My family and I almost became homeless. Some other people actually became homeless for real. So yeah, I'm just really glad that God helped my family. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. Bye guys, I'll see you next one. And also there's going to be a house hunting video and a home decoration video probably on the channel after this one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Bye guys.